2007 on an '07 Chrysler PT-Cruiser. 2.2 litre turbo diesel, this one. 5-speed manual gearbox. That's it, a 2.5 litre turbo diesel. I've never seen a diesel one before. I believe they use Mercedes engines. Don't hold us to that, but I do believe that's correct. Right, bodyweight wise, I'll start off with the bonnet, work our way around this PT Cruiser onto the engine bay, and then we'll go for a engine start up. Across the bonnet itself, nice and straight at the bonnet. No big dings or dents at all on the bonnet itself. All nice and tidy, presentable across there. We have got a little bit of rust starting behind the Chrysler emblem on the front of the bonnet there. On the right hand side, a few little stone chips, but that's all really to complain about. Down the left hand side, headlights nice and clear. Bumper corner, no scuffs or scrapes. Across the front bumper itself, all nice and tidy. Got a tiny little bit of a scuff here just by the number plate. No scuffs or scrapes on the right hand side bumper corner. Headlight again, lovely, clean and tidy on the right hand side. A little bit of a stone chip touch in there above the headlight, but how harsh do you want to be? Around the wheel arch, no corrosion coming through, nice and straight around the wheel arch and down that wing top. No big nasty marks, no heavy dings or dents or nasty scratches. Up the pillar, we'll quickly jump onto the roof and have a look at that. Nice and flat across the roof, no nasty marks on there at all. A few little stone chips here and there at the centre there of the roof, but that's all really. No heavy corrosion or rust across the windscreen edge there at all. Wing mirror caps are uncracked, some light scratching and a little bit of pitting, but uncracked on the wing mirror caps. Across the lower half of the section on the doors, nice and tidy as you come up that driver's front door. Again, no dings or dents, no heavy scratching around the handle there. All nice and straight down the driver's door. Nice and fresh, all one colour silver as you work your way backwards onto the driver's rear door. Again, nice and tidy. No real marks to sort of jump out at you there. No heavy scratches or scuffs at all. Obviously been well looked after this one. Nice and tidy around the rear arch there. Lovely and clean and tidy as you work your way up that quarter and around the fuel cap. No heavy scratching. Once again, lovely and tidy as you come down onto the right hand side bumper corner. 3 or 4 slightly heavier scratches, but no big scuffs or scrapes. Lights are all nice and clear. As you work your way across the back bumper, a few slightly heavier marks on the boot aperture where things have been put in the boot over the years, but apart from that, all good. And again, a few lighter, heavier scratches there, on the right, left-hand side, on the left-hand side of the bumper there. But you'll see no big scuffs or scrapes again. That light's all nice and clear. Up the boot itself, all nice and tidy as you come up that hatchback there. All nice and tidy at the boot, no corrosion around the rear window at all. Nice and clean and tidy down there. As we come down the left-hand side, around the rear arch, we've got a few little bits of polish, in fact. Nice and tidy around the rear arch with no scratching at all. All nice and fresh as you come down that left-hand side onto that rear door. Again, nice and tidy, all one colour silver. No wheel marks jumping out at us there. The odd little stone chip here and there, but that's all. Really no rust coming through. With it being silver, you'd be able to see that from a mile away. Nice and straight up that passenger front door again. No scratching around the handle, no chips out the back edge of the door. Wing mirror cap again, crack free. Across the roof on the left-hand side again, like I say, a few little stone chips that have just sort of got a little bit of a head on them there, but all in all, lovely and fresh down the left-hand side. As you come onto the front wing, we've got a very, very shallow dent on the front wing there, which you can just see there. But apart from that, no rust, no nasty marks at all down there. As we come round onto the driver's front door, door card itself, lovely and tidy on the door card. No complaints there, all nice and clean and tidy. The seat itself, a little bit of a mark there at the front. No rips, no tears, no nasty smells in here at all. All nice and fresh across the driver's seat. Dashboard's uncracked. Lovely and clean and tidy down the centre console. Normally you get quite a bit of wear around the plastics and around the buttons. That is not the case on this one. All lovely and clean and tidy. Dials lovely and clear as well. You'll see 80,556. Not a lot of miles really. Headlining's lovely and clean as well. We'll open driver's rear door again. Door card lovely and tidy. No heavy scratching to the plastics. A little bit of a mark there on the bottom, but lovely and tidy again. Seats showing minimal wear, not a wear at all. So the rear seats, no rips, no tears, no stains, no snags out of there at all. Lovely and clean and tidy in the rear. Onto the boot, nice size boot as well. Parcel shelf's all good, it's there, it's intact, not missing. Boot itself wants a little bit of a clean, but Nice and clean and tidy in the boot. Left hand side rear door, again door card, no complaints on the door card. The seats themselves, minimal wear again, no rips or tears. A little bit of a mark here on the seat, but that is all to complain about from the left hand side rear. Door card on the front, again nice and tidy with no nasty marks. Obviously been well looked after this car. The seat itself, we've got no rips or tears again to the cloth seats, no cigarette burns or nastiness like that. Onto the engine bay now. I say 2.2 litre turbo diesel. James has got to fire it into life for us. Fire straight up, sounds like a diesel. A little bit of a squeak off the belt there. A little bit of a squeak off the belt, but it hasn't been started for a few days, so it might just be drawing quite a bit of power, I'm not too sure. And there you have it, the 2007 and 07 Chrysler PT-Cruiser 2.2 litre turbo diesel engine, that one on the manual gearbox.